The heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Tennessee Titans. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no return here to start. It's a fair catch, and they will set up shop at the 25. Hopkins, the man in motion right. Now they'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Henry. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Again, it's Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Levis sets up to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Here's Renfro to return. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, this defense for the Titans, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And this is going to be a Raiders 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
First carry of the game for Zamir White. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. You talk about this Titan defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. On 2nd down, Jacobs. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 23 yards on the play.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
11 more on that one and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass him with a running play.
And he's brought down.
41 yards rushing for him on their opening drive of the contest, and it's now 1st and goal.
A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't.
Well, and now meanwhile on the tackle, some words back and forth. A penalty flag is out. Let's see what this is all about. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
White is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
White will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on the short touchdown run.
And Brandon, that's good complementary football, and that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here, because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6.
There he goes, left side.
Big strides, look at him go.
And finally wrestled down at the 11. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
Stopped by Jacorian Bennett.
It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Third and 5.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Henry is in. Touchdown, Tennessee.
You think back to some of the great goal line bruisers of the past, the Earl Campbells, the John Riggins, the Marshawn Lynches. I think you can put Derrick Henry right in that group as he scores there with another patented Derrick Henry run.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Well, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. And Mayfield just getting the play off. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Now Levis.
And he fires one incomplete.
He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine, Donovan Peoples-Jones.
But it's going to be 2nd down.
But they go play action. Here's Levis.
And he's just this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
Levis to throw off play action.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead.
So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And some room to run now. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
85 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free, but we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
First down, here's White.
He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Raiders on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed.
A stoppage here following the play, and it looks like Josh Jacobs was shaken up and in need of some assistance. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
The kick by Carlson is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways. But right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it again with Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 55 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
A 1st down carry for Henry.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
So after some runs, now they'll throw with Levis.
Throw left side complete. That's Hopkins. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Rolling to his right.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Nice job escaping the pocket. And boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Trying to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Levis looking to throw.
Touchdown! Donald Peoples-Jones. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Titans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
I certainly thought he had.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Looking deep for Adams. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Meanwhile, Levis's throw is on target to Burks.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
Levis out of the shotgun now. He gets it to Burks again.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
The one final shot before the half. Here's Levis.
He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for 28 yards.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Mayfield on play action. Touchdown Raiders. A great effort there. 36 yards.
And the Raiders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guys covering take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by them. And once he's by them, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago. Trust me.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Back to throw, it's Levis.
That's complete once again to Hopkins. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
Well, if you like the matchup and that connection works to start the drive, no reason to go away from it. Let that defense prove that they can stop you. And here, it's 2 throws and 2 first downs.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fool them with the inside run.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
1st and 10, it's Levis.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Mayfield. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And that offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the 3rd quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick 6.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person just ended up in the end zone with the football. He was the one that answered the bell.
Extra point right down the middle, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Mayfield on first down.
He'll get that out to the flat to White.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw taken in by Adams. And Devontae's going to have a Raiders first down as he'll get this across the 50 to the 49.
Las Vegas, first down.
And again, it's Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
They called the corner blitz, and Roger McCreary, he got in there and earned the sack.
Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. This is White.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. They go play action. Mayfield. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up. His time is now run out on this 3rd quarter play. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Play fake. Mayfield.
Gets the check down throw to White.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 18. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now back to the ground game with White.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Zamir White, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that 3rd touchdown.
And how about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they've scored touchdowns like this? He's put a tent up in Touchdown City.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, it's very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Henry again on 2nd down.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Divine Diablo there to make the stop.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now this one is tight end out on the right side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders 43. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 43 yards. And the Titans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Point after, right down the middle, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here's White. They set up the screen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Picked out by Kevin Farley. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. 1st and 10. Here's Levis. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
Levis's throw pulled in by Hopkins.
Breaks the tackle, now Allen. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
On first down, Levis. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
running from the gun with Henry. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense.
And Henry's hit. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a second straight loss. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge.
That's a Titans touchdown. Traylon Burks, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Titans have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Hunter Renfrow to return it from his end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now a give up the middle. This is White. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Jeffrey Simmons able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Henry. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And that one falls incomplete. And they're left now with just 2 seconds here in the first half. One last shot for Mayfield here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time is run out on this ball game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both.